My name is Joel DeVinney, and I'm one of the pastors at Grace Baptist Church of Millersville. I've been pastoring here since 1999, and I love the opportunity to serve Christ with this congregation. My wife and I, Kathy, were married on July 1st, 1995, and we have 3 children. Claire is currently 8, and Jenna is 5, and Luke is 3.5, and they're lots of fun and stretch us all the time. I spend a lot of time reading, both for ministry and both for just the fun of it. If I had a few free hours and could pick up any book to read just for fun, I really like to read books by Jack Higgins and Jeffrey Archer, Frederick Forsyth. They're some of my favorite authors. They write spy novels and adventure books, and I enjoy reading them. I also like to read books by Simon Winchester. Simon Winchester is a historian, and he writes very interestingly, surprisingly so. He wrote a fascinating book about how the Oxford English Dictionary was written. It was really good. When it comes to pastoral ministry and theology, I really like to read, probably one of my favorite authors in that regard is D.A. Carson. He speaks clearly. He's gospel-centered. He helps me understand and frame the issues that he's writing about. I learn a lot from him. I once won $50 in a talent show playing the piano and the baritone at the same time. One time I was walking on a treadmill and John Piper was walking on the treadmill next to me. He was flipping through the channel of the television, and I thought it was funny, but I turned to him and I said, Benny Hinn is on channel 22. He didn't think it was as funny as I did. I played soccer in high school on my high school soccer team. I was not very good, but it was a small school and a small team, so I played. I was Henry Higgins in our elementary school rendition of My Fair Lady. And I can say the alphabet backwards almost as fast as I can say it forwards.
Say it.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIFHGFEDCVA.
Was that right?
When I was in 7th grade, my home church in Perry, New York was going to start an Awana club, and my pastor asked me if I was interested in volunteering. And my pastor asked, so I said, sure, I'd be happy to do that. So I started. And I started working with little children, kindergartners, first graders, and second graders, and I loved what I did. I loved sitting down with them and explaining to them what the Bible said. I loved playing games. I loved talking to them and hearing about their lives and their families. And to my surprise, as time went on, people began to affirm what I was doing. People in the church, in my home church, said to me, you know, you're really good at this. And that was what started me thinking about ministry and asking myself the question, has God given me the gifts and skills that the best way that I could serve the gospel with the things that he has given me is through full-time ministry? And that's what launched me into thinking about pastoral ministry. One of the things that I want to be true of our congregation is that I want people in our church, and I want people who visit our church to know that this is a joy-filled place. I think when our kids walk into Sunday school classes, they're greeted by teachers that love them and are happy to see them and that smile at them when they come in. I want the halls of our church and our foyer to be filled with laughter. I want that fruit of the gospel, the fruit of joy, to be evident in our congregation. I want it to be true of us that we take the gospel and God's word very seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously. And laughter is one of the ways that we interact with one another. It opens doors to speaking truthfully to one another, and it encourages those who may be discouraged for some reason. One of the things that I want to see happen at our congregation is I want people to see and believe and value the gospel as more and more important in their lives. I want people who are totally unfamiliar with even the basic facts of the gospel to become followers of Christ. And I want people who are new to the faith or who have been Christians for a long time but the gospel hasn't taken root. I want it to go deeply into their minds and hearts and change how they think and what they love and what they do with their time and their energy and their money. I want us to become increasingly more and more a gospel-centered, gospel-focused, gospel-loving congregation.